Hello guys, it's me, Apollonia. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a few weeks. I try to upload weekly, but that doesn't always happen with my busy schedule. So, today, the crystal I have is called Prehnite and Epidite. Epidote, I'm sorry. Prehnite and Epidote. This one I was attracted to recently in the crystal store. It's like a greenish, almost looks moldy, but it's not, I swear. But it has like some darker green and then, kind of like a translucent green. Um, this one is basically a healing stone for the healer. It can heal karmic wounds, helps you to progress forward, especially, when people are drawing from your energy all day, so supports your auric field, protects it. I'll read the little note that I have here from the crystal store. So, pre-night, gentle and nurturing, radiating unconditional love, creates inner healing sanctuary, enabling one to recognize their true self and look to the future. Clears blockages and heals karmic wounds, rejuvenates the body and mind. An epidote um, increases spiritual attunement and enhances perception, brings the courage to enjoy life and manifest dreams, cleanses the emotional body and keeps one centered, supports healing during recovery. Also, my roommate has been using it, and it's well, he says that it's really been helping him. One of my roommates to recover during his last surgery. Okay, let's see the next one here. Okay, the next one is called Green Chalcedony. I don't believe I'm or Metrolite. Met Metro Metrolite. You want to put an E in there at the beginning, but there's no E. It's spelled Metrolite. Metrolite, Mtrol. Yeah. So, anyways, this is like a centering stone, a cleansing stone. It helps calm you. And I would also say that it helps with the heart chakra. Um, so I'll read the little description that I have. Meteorite green chalcedony, a calming centering stone, stimulates the ability to cope with difficult situations, instills serenity in the midst of turmoil, supports homeopathy and herbal medicine, assists with pain and detoxifies the body, heals the heart chakra, and calms the entire aura. Let's see if this looks decent up here. Yeah, that's how it is spelled. I'm trying to refocus this thing. Ah, okay. There's one, if you could read that backwards. If I had more time, I'd probably do like a little insert. Maybe I will in time. Okay. This one's Chrysophrase. This one was, I considered, in the same batch. Promotes personal insights, encourages fidelity in all types of relationships, and aligns ideals with behavior, prevents speaking out unthinkingly in anger, enhances security, and prevents nightmares, bringing peaceful sleep. I will say that recently I haven't woken up. Like, sometimes I'll be like sleeping and then I'll have a dream of a past life and I go, and then I'm like, oh my God, you know? I'm like, okay, I'm not there anymore, but that feels familiar. No, I've been there. Too familiar, So there's that one. And then we have, you know what? I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna read what it says first, and then I'll tell you what I've experienced. So this one's called Eudialite, Eudialite, Eudialyte. I guess it kind of depends probably to, um, you know, if you're not in America, how would you, how you would pronounce it. Anyways, shows how to fix bad choices, opens to truth, teaches that one can grow spiritually through joy and fulfillment rather than suffering. Oh, of course, I got this one. Helps to end relationships with grace and peace instead of conflict. Yeah, so recently I did end um, one of my relationships with somebody that it's been a long time coming, and it actually was quite peaceful. Um, and I will say that this one, yeah, that's definitely something that I've needed to learn to grow spiritually, through joy and, and fulfillment rather than through suffering. I mean, suffering is great for an awakening, No, but I don't most of the time, to come to an awakening, you have to suffer a little bit. I know that sounds cringe to say and terrible, but if you think about it, like people who've had like the worst childhoods, I had a really bad childhood. And you go out in the world and most of them want to be successful. Most of them have big goals and dreams and ambitions because they didn't have that growing up. The contrast killed them, not having enough money, not having supportive parents, not having maybe any parents, being abused all the time. They most likely want to experience the opposite, the contrast of that. And then you have kids that are given everything and they don't feel, this gap or this terrible contrast where it's just like, oh, I have millions of dollars and then I win the lottery, whatever, it's like, or to work towards something, it's like, oh, I'm already rich, why would I? My parents are going to pass me down their house or, you know, um, their money, so why even work? Why even try? And then they have like no purpose in life. So, yeah, sometimes I kind of believe like actually having like a contrasting life it is more fulfilling because you have something to work for, and you know you've experienced a contrast, and it's gonna feel so good to feel the opposite of that once you get there. But if you're born into it, then you really just go your whole life just like this. So, all right, let's see what else I got here. Okay, this one is an interesting one. This one's called Strawberry Quartz. Yeah, it legit looks like a strawberry color. I like it. I was drawn to it because I've been trying to manifest that special person into my life, and that's what this is all about. Specifically, manifesting somebody who challenges you and helps you grow spiritually. This one also has to do with not relying on others to feel positive emotions, but sometimes I do that, especially with my very, very close friend. So, assists with living consciously and joyfully in the moment, amplifies love, appreciation, and generosity, attracts partners that challenge one to improve, promotes spiritual journeys, and teaches one not to rely on others for good feeling emotions. Um, I have felt a difference with it in the last few weeks. I can't say I've attracted that person yet. I think it's in my miss, but um, I'll let you know if I do. Okay, and then I was attracted to Aquamarine. Not just from the color. I was wearing like a blue dress that day, and it just happened to match my dress color. But I felt drawn to it, and so I found out that it aligns your chakras. Um, Helps you get rid of self-defeating beliefs that no longer serve you. Really gives you during meditation, obviously. Um, and it helps with like throat problems, can like stimulate the thyroid, pituitary gland. So I'm going to read a little bit about it. Aquamarine is a stone of courage. Um, its calming energies reduce stress and quiet the mind. It harmonizes its surroundings and protects against pollutants. In ancient times, it was believed to counteract the forces of darkness and procure favor from the spirits of light. It was carried by sailors as a talisman against drowning. Oh, that makes sense why it's called aquamarine. Has an affinity with sensitive people. It has the power to invoke tolerance of others. It overcomes judgmentalism. Oh, criticism. That was the other reason why I got it. Now I remember, because I am a little too critical of myself a lot of the time. Encourages taking responsibility for oneself. It creates a personality that's dynamic and persistent, breaks old self-defeating programs, paradigms. Aquamarine calms the mind, removing extraneous thought. It filters information reaching the brain and clarifies perception, sharpens the intellect, and clears up confusion with its ability to bring unfinished business to a conclusion. Aquamarine is useful for closure on all levels. It clears blocked communication and promotes self-expression. Been used to sharpen intuition and clairvoyance. Good for sore throat, swollen glands, thyroid problems. Harmonizes the pituitary and the thyroid, regulating hormones and growth. Um, and can actually counteract short or long sightedness. So that's interesting because I've actually been like having problems with my contacts recently. And I kind of thought, have I finally like manifested? That's been one of my goals for a long time. Manifested not having to wear glasses, and I put on the glasses and they're not really helping, or it's a little blurry. And I take them off, and I'm kind of like in that weird stage in between where it's like my vision is getting better, but at the same time, like it's not what 2020 yet. So like it's a weird in between. Um, so yeah. All right, I'm gonna pause it and we'll go on to the next crystal. So this baby's called Iron Pirate. Um, so when I was in the store, they told me that basically it blocks from negativity, pollutants, any kind of danger, kind of like black tourmaline, similar. Helps you think analytically, um, helps you overcome like inferiority complexes, especially for women. For men, I wouldn't really suggest it. That I mean, men that are like already a lot in their masculine energy might become a little too aggressive, which can be very dangerous for society. So yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit about it. Iron pyrite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Yes, you could go ahead and correct me. Um, is an excellent energy shield. It blocks out negative energy, pollutants at all levels, including infectious diseases. Worn around the neck, it protects all the subtle and physical bodies, deflecting harm and danger. A very positive stone. It overcomes inertia and feelings of inadequacy, facilitates tapping into abilities and potential, stimulating the flow of ideas. A piece of it placed on a desk energizes the area around it. It's helpful when planning large businesses and concepts. This stone teaches how to see behind a facade, promotes diplomacy, uh, relieves anxiety and frustration, boosts self-worth and confidence, helpful for men who feel inferior or women. Mental activity is accelerated. See, as I told you, the analytical abilities as it increases blood flow to the brain. Interesting. Improves memory and recall. I gotta wear this puppy at work more. In particular, expands and structures mental capabilities, balancing instinct with intuition, creativity with analysis. Emotionally, iron pyrite is helpful um, for deep despair. Physically, increases energy and overcomes fatigue, blocks energy leaks from the physical body and the aura. Iron pyrite increases the oxygen supply to the blood and strengthens the circulatory system. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna pause it and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so one of the most famous ones that just about everybody has is amethyst. You know, it's like a purple color. This one's really light. By the way, I should have said iron pyrite is like a, I mean, you guys can see it, but it's like a, it looks like iron. It's like a silver, you know, a dark silver. Anyways, amethyst. I got a little heart-shaped one. So it's a protective stone. A lot of people get it instead of black tourmaline. It can dispel anger, rage, lower vibrational emotions, helps balance the mind, body, and spirit as one. Yeah, that's mainly what I think of it when I wear it. So let's read the little description from the shop and then from the Crystal Bible so you get more info. Um, a powerful protective stone, treats insomnia, brings restful sleep. Oh yeah, that's an important one. That was one of the main reasons why I got it. Now remember, um, I have a few of them, but treats insomnia, baby. Oh my God, some nights, let me tell you. Dispels anger, rage, fear, and anxiety, helps relieve physical, emotional, psychological pain, balances body, mind, emotions, linking them to the spiritual realm. Okay, and now it could be the color purple to lavender, can be transparent, pointed crystals, may be a cluster or a single point. One of the most, it's one of the most common crystals, honestly. It's, I think that's like one of the first crystals that everybody gets. Look at this. Drinking my coconut water. It's freaking delicious. Okay. Extremely powerful and protective stone. Okay, clearly, like, the crystal shop just, like, that I go to just takes like the main definitions from this book because it's like the first line. With a high spiritual vibration, it guards against psychic attack. Ooh, did not know that. That is a thing, y'all. If you're dealing with like especially evil entities, they're strong. Those you'll start to get images or just this overall feeling, and you know where it's coming from. It's coming from them. So it protects against psychic attack. I really could have used this a few months ago. I'm just saying. A natural tranquilizer, amethyst blocks geopathic stress and negative environment changes, energy, sorry. Its serenity enhances higher states of consciousness and meditation, has strong healing and cleansing powers, enhances spiritual awareness. Traditionally, it was worn to prevent drunkenness and has a sobering effect. No way. Did not know that. See, I'm learning with you guys. Like, I'll get like the main definition at the shop, but like this, I mean, there's so much information, such small font. I'm gonna have to get some of these for my friends. Anyways, so worn to prevent drunkenness and has a sobering effect on overindulgence and physical passion, supporting sobriety. It overcomes addictions and blockages of all kinds. Used at a higher level, opens to another reality, is extremely beneficial to the mind, calming or stimulating as appropriate. When you meditate, it turns thoughts away from mundane into tranquility and deeper understanding. Mentally, it helps you feel less scattered, more focused, and in control of your faculties. It enhances the assimilation of new ideas and connects cause with effect. This stone facilitates decisions, bringing in common sense and spiritual insights and putting decisions and insights into practice. Man, there's some people that I know that really need this stone. I'm going to have to buy some more. Mentally, it calms and synthesizes and aids the transmission of neural signals through the brain. It's helpful where insomnia is caused by an overactive mind and protects against recurrent nightmares. Amethyst enhances memory and improves motivation, making you more able to set realistic goals. It can help you remember and understand dreams and facilitates the visualization process, baby. Amethyst balances out highs, lows, promoting emotional centering, dispels anger, rage, fear, and anxiety. See, they stole that. They stole that line. Another one. Alleviating sadness and grief. It supports coming to terms with loss. See, like if I worked at that crystal shop, I would at least try to rephrase it. It's like, come on. So it also balances and connects, physical, mental, emotional bodies, blah, blah, blah. Stimulates the throat and crown chakras. Interesting. Helpful for people to make the transition through death. Ooh. Amethyst can stabilize psychiatric conditions, but should not be used in cases of paranoia and schizophrenia. Interesting. That's interesting. I'm going to have to think about that one. Can't be used with schizophrenia. Oh, yeah, no, I could see that because they're already imagining things, right? So, like, taking them to a different dimension is not a good idea. I've always kind of wondered about that. Like, I wonder, like, if those, like, you know what, we'll talk about that in another video. But those are the crystals that I have for you guys today. I know I paused and then I go and I read the book. I just want you guys to have a lot of information, and I do not have enough time to, like, memorize all that and, like, look cool on screen, It's just, like, tell you what I experience from it. I always go to the one I'm drawn to, and it's exactly what I need for that week. And then, I get out this little book and I'll read you more info on it. But I mean, each stone in here has like 2 pages at least with that much information. I'm sorry, I do not have time to memorize all that. So hope you guys like this video. You can comment down below any specific crystals that you would like me to review. If I pronounced any of them wrong, you could comment on that too. I mean, that's really not so important as in, knowing the name of it. I spelled most of them out for you, and going to get it. That's more important. And if you, so any that you want me to review, and like and subscribe if you like this video. All right, toodles.